Today's video has been sponsored by JLC 3DP. In the last episode, we unboxed this kit from Alpha Model. If you haven't seen that yet, do check it out, along with many other videos on the channel, that is. And now it is time to move on to prepping the body in order to get it ready for some paint. Now, most of the panel lines were already nice and deep and didn't really need all that much attention. I just went through them to clean them up a little bit where necessary, and some were scribed out to make them just a bit deeper. With the scribing completed, I could move on to sanding the entire body with a 600 grit just to get it nice and smooth and also grippy for the primer to stick to the body really well. Once all of the sanding dust was cleaned up, I moved it into the spray booth onto the Tamiya spray stand and applied a couple light coats of Mr. Hobby primer. Now this is their 1000, that makes it a bit thinner, but also applies it a lot smoother and gives you a really nice finish. It just doesn't really cover all that well, but that's not really that big of a problem. Applying 2 to 3 coats should be more than enough. So after the first coat was applied, about 5 to 10 minutes of cure time in between, moving on to the second, again 5 to 10 minutes, and then the third and final coat, which was applied a bit thicker to get that final nice smooth coverage. Once that was completed, I set it aside for a couple of hours to thoroughly dry and then moved on to applying the color. For the application of the color, I'm going to be using the Gallery TG airbrush, a nice trigger style airbrush with a 0.5 needle, really easily applying the color on bigger surfaces, but also still being capable of capturing all of the smaller areas. The color that I will be using is a new color just released by Streetblisters, which is available through all of their dealers and also in the TSMC Webshop. Now this is a color for a Lotus. It is Storm Titanium. The coverage is not really all that great, so for a better coverage and a darker color, I would suggest to apply a darker base coat like a black or a darker gray before applying the color. Now in my case, I didn't really want to go for the darkest color, so I just applied it on top of the primer just to get it a bit lighter and also more to my liking. I applied about 2 to 3 coats to get full coverage. I'm applying it a bit heavier since this is a resin model. On a plastic kit, I would suggest about 3 to 5 lighter coats until full coverage is achieved. Since I'm going to be applying a ton of carbon fiber decals that came pre-cut in the kit, I will be masking off some areas to paint those in a gloss black, or in this case just a black base coat, and the clear coat on top will make that gloss. But that is to help the decals cover easier, and also since some of the areas won't be covered with a carbon fiber decal but do need to be black, I wanted to paint these areas anyway. And since those areas are underneath the roof and the roof will be carbon, I figured it's just as easy to paint the rest of the roof black too. The black itself doesn't need to be anything fancy, so a simple jet black from Streetblisters will do just fine. This is applied in about 2 to 3 coats to achieve a nice full coverage, and then I could move on to letting it cure overnight before I applied the decals. Today's video has been sponsored by JLC 3DP. If you do not have a 3D printer yourself but are ever in need of a 3D printed part, JLC 3DP has a super nicely streamlined online platform that allows for easy uploading of 3D models, gives you instant quotes, and also real-time order tracking. There is a wide variety of materials that you can choose from, such as SLA, nylon, metal, plastic, or SLS nylon, or even WJP resin. They meticulously manage every step with production times as fast as 24 hours and delivery within just 2 days. Check out what JLC 3DP can do for you at the link below. Up to $60 coupons for new users and other really nice discounts are available. Again, links are in the description down below. Now, even though I have the luxury of having tons of 3D printers available to me, I did still want to test out their service. So I uploaded some files, selected the materials, and waited for them to arrive. The specific model I was going for was for a sort of desk ornament and also a bit of a paperweight in the form of an automotive item. So I decided to upload a tire and also a wheel. The tire was printed in black resin and the wheel was done out of metal, simply because I was curious of the quality and also wanted to feel the weight of it. I did manage to make a tiny mistake in the scaling. The wheel is a bit too small, or the tire is a little bit too big, so they didn't fit together as well as I'd wanted to. So I added a small amount of duct tape around the wheel itself just to fit a bit tighter inside of the tire, and it does give a bit more shade and depth to the overall look, so it's not that bad of a mistake in the end. I'm really happy with the way that the material is able to be handled. The quality is pretty nice, and also the weight is really good too. Something I wanted to try for a long time, so thank you to JLC 3DP for helping me out with this. Again, if any of you are interested in checking them out, I will be leaving links in the description down below. Thank you JLC 3DP for sponsoring this video. Now back to work. With the black now nice and cured, I could carefully remove all of the masking tape and get it ready for the decals to be applied. The metal flake in the titanium color that I used was a bit coarse, resulting in a little bit of an uneven, gritty surface for the black to be applied on top of, and since the surface for the decals needs to be really nice and smooth, I did sand it down with a 3000 grit just lightly to get rid of the high spots and make it a lot smoother. Now, even though the gritty surface underneath the black isn't really perfect for that black, I do like that the flake in this paint is a little bit bigger, a little bit flashier, suiting the Aston Martin really well in my opinion, as some of these cars in real life have some pretty flashy, bright, flaky colors on them, and I really like that. For the decals though, not great, so a little bit of sanding was required before applying all of the carbon fiber. After applying all of the carbon, it was time to move on to some logos. I initially went for the standard white Aston Martin logo, but since I'm going for a bit of a darker theme, I decided to go with the darker color logo on top just to tone it down and make it fit in with the rest of the build a bit better. I left the decals overnight to cure and get rid of all the moisture underneath, and then started applying a couple light coats of clear on top. This is a gloss 2K clear. I'm just sealing it in really lightly, letting that cure for a bit to get the decals and the clear coat acclimated to each other and avoid getting some fisheyes and delamination. So I'm just really building it up slowly until I get a nice glossy finish in about 3 to 4 coats. With the first coat now applied, you can see that it's not really all that glossy and still has a ton of orange peel. So in that second coat, we're going to go a bit heavier, making all of the clear flow out really nicely and trying to get it a bit smoother. I'm just going to be applying everything on top of everything and then moving on to letting it cure for another 5 to 10 minutes and moving on to the final coat of clear, which will be a bit heavier. So now on to the third and final coat. The coverage is getting really nice. The smoothness is getting where I want it to be, but it's still not really there yet. So the third and final coat is going to be the heaviest of the three, applying a ton of clear, letting it flow out really nicely, and achieving that smooth finish we're after. Now I'm still a bit in a debate with myself whether I want to mask all of the glossy carbon and black areas off and do the rest in a flat or semi-gloss finish. But that is going to be a bit up to you. I'm leaning towards it as I kind of like the flat wrapped finish on these modern sports cars in combination with some glossy carbon fiber, and it's a bit different from what I usually do with just everything being glossy. So let me know down in the comments, should I go for a flat or should I leave it nice and glossy?